And the big context of Romans, what Paul is speaking to, like the church in Rome.
Yep, he's never been to this church.
Yeah.
He seems to have been intending to go there, but he hasn't arrived yet.
Yeah.
So he's writing to them, not having met them personally, although having met many of the people who were there, Aquila and Priscilla and others. So he knows a lot about them, but he's never been there personally.
Yeah.
And a bit of context is that ahead of this, that the Romans, there had been a persecution in Rome, and I think it was Nero or one of the Caesars had actually expelled all the Jews from Rome. And so they had left and been kicked out of the city for a few years, 3 or 4 years or something. And then they were allowed to come back later. And in the process of them going away and coming back, the church, which had originally been a mixture of Jews and Gentiles living together, when the Jews left Rome, it left with a Gentile church who started to do things their way. And they weren't really big on a lot of the Jewish traditions and all that kind of stuff. And then, of course, you get a whole bunch of Jews show up back in town, and they're trying to merge back into the life of the church. And you've got all these different worldviews and different opinions about what's appropriate religious behavior and all that. And that seems to be what's caused a degree of division or tension in this church. And I think that's what Paul is largely addressing in this book of Romans, this letter to the Romans.